Sean makes the name Thai boxing's the game. Welcome to episode 2 of On The Ropes. I know what you're thinking, consistency is key. I'm glad to announce, well, it's already been announced, but second guest is none other than Flyn Shanks, a face you've probably already seen 100 times if you're a fan of Scottish Thai boxing. Flyn, welcome, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers for having me on, mate. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. So, just going to kick off with some questions, as always.
Really?
First question is, what drew you to Muay Thai? Like, what drew you to pursue it as a career?
I was very into my football back in the day. I loved playing football all the time. I played for Bathgate Thistle and Linlithgow Rose, and I done Muay Thai on the side. Like I was in the kids class for a while. I've been training since I was like 8-year-old, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and then I loved playing football. And as I got older, and as I got older, I loved training, I loved fighting, and then that's when I started to love it when I got into the adults class, and then obviously I had my first fight when I was 17, and after that I was just like, I want to do this all the time. There was no bit of feeling in it.
See, when you had your first fight, what was the experience like? Were you like, I've never fought before, but there's talks of me fighting very soon in 2024. So what was it like? Obviously being 17, that's quite young as well. What feelings were going through? Like,
oh mate,
is that a nerve? Because I can only imagine like the
honestly,
nerves.
man, it was in Grangemouth. It was I can't remember the show it was, but
Big up Falkirk, by the way.
My first fight was pro-am.
Was it?
No shin pads. No, it was 1.5 minutes, 5 rounds pro-am.
Fuck yeah, so man.
That was my first fight, and oh mate, I was so nervous. Like, so I was like I look back at it and like I could have done so much better, but obviously it was my first fight.
Yeah, you always get that one, didn't you? I even get that sometimes when I watch videos in that back. I'm like, why'd you say that? Oh, you could have done that better. But that's just learning, innit? Like, that's exactly what happens.
Mate. But honestly, mate, see when I say like the feeling that you get through your body, it's just it's unreal. And especially see even winning, like after I spewed after it. I had to get carried out the ring, and I won. I couldn't walk.
How sometimes you get like really nervous, like I get when I've done the first episode with Jamie, mate, I was shiting myself, right? But it's just because see when you're new to things, right, and you start like you feel it in your legs and all that, and it's just but. See if even Jamie spoke about it, like see if you're no nervous about doing something, like you don't love it. Right?
100%, mate. It's like if you're no nervous for a fight, you're no fully there. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get hit with shots that you never get hit with if you were nervous. You've not got that feeling about, you've not got that buzz. You know what I mean?
And most people think it's easy. Like I don't know if you've seen it, or like have you seen that TikTok event that's happening with the boxers? Mate, like these people are just people.
Man.
These people are just,
you already know about that, by the way. He riles me up.
Like, these people just think it's a laugh and they're like, oh, what you want to fight? And they're let's put a boxing event.
Getting like the pure press conference and get face to face.
Press.
And they're like, didn't even touch me in that. And it's like, mate, shut up, get a fucking grip.
The difference between that and like Muay Thai. Like I think, and there's also that mutual respect with Thai, which I think that's why I fell in love with it so much, is because seeing like the UFC and that, I love watching the UFC, right? But who doesn't he? Because there's always like that, like the Conor McGregor kind of thing. But then after it, well, you see some people aren't like that, but you know, like after a fight,
it depends what's said in it. I think, like what's said about like
some people take it too far.
Like recently, there's been about that boy's family. I can't remember who it was, but his wife and that got brought up in the press conference, and after it, it was just like. He was like, I'd kill him and stuff like that. I want to kill him again.
You don't really see stuff like that in Thai, but then you know, but that would be quite entertaining. But there's always that one person who would take it too far. Do you know what it is? It's always the people who can't really back up as much, who are always talking.
100%, mate. That's like mostly what like some folk in the sport are. You know what I mean? They'd rather talk, and then when they go into the ring, they're like,
it's not as easy.
You know what I mean?
Not as easy as it looks. Like, so how many fights are you on right now?
That's me on 9, 7 and 2. 7 and 2.
Good record as well.
7 and 2.
So we're going to just jump into this, right? I usually do this like halfway through, but I'm going to get you to blind rank. I've done this with Jamie as well.
Right,
I'm going to have you blind rank some of these Muay Thai fighters in Scotland, obviously.
Right.
So we're going to start off with a familiar face to you. Goes by the name of Lee Mackay.
5.
A 5? You're going to put straight down there, number 5. Right. We've got James McKenzie. Also, he's a good fighter as well.
3.
I'm pretty sure we spoke about him.
James is a good fighter, so I'll rank him at 3.
Reagan Thompson. He's also a good fighter. He just fought Stefan for the WBC.
I like Reagan. Reagan's a nice boy.
That was a great fight as well, by the way. Flyn Shanks.
One.
Number one. And last but not least, Ross Traynor.
Oh, well, I've been sort of stuck up here,
Yeah.
innit? No, if I could switch it about, I would, but Ross is fucking hard as nails, like, and he's such a nice boy, too.
Yeah.
He's such a nice
me and
boy.
Ross, actually, we grew up on this, like in the same scheme. We both from Bellsmire, so he actually, he fought Nico for the under 16.
He bet Nico, didn't he?
It was a bit of a close fight. It was
one of those ones.
Some people are saying Nico, some people say Ross, but it was fucking years ago. It was in Clydebank as well, actually. That was...
I can't remember who brought that up, but it was ages ago, but I thought it was a while ago, but I remember that, like...
It was quite a while ago, man, because I think Ross is in his 20s now.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you prepare yourself mentally and physically before a fight?
Are we talking like as in coming up to the fight, like going in the car, driving to the fight?
We'll start physically, so we'll talk a week before your fight. How do you prepare physically for a fight? So walk me through, what do you do in a week in a fight camp of Flyn Shanks?
I don't spar.
You don't spar?
Nah. That is one of the worst things you could possibly do a week.
Because you'd end up getting seriously hurt.
100%, and it's always the new people that hurt you.
Oh,
110% over. Like you could be doing it with somebody who's had 100 odd fights and you'll be absolutely fine. You could never had a fight in their life and you get your leg broken or something.
You get that energy as well, just swinging. We usually do light sparring,
but so no sparring. If my fight's on the Saturday, I'll train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No too hard, nothing too fancy. Just like hitting pads a wee bit, fucking keeping myself warm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously water loading, all that jazz. The cutting weight is dreadful.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible, mate. Absolutely horrible.
What weight is it you fight again?
I fight between 66 and 67.
66 and 67. So the weight cutting as well.
Can you believe I used to fight at 69?
Did you?
I fought like 69, 68, and I was like 70 kilo.
Were you? Whose idea was it for you to go down?
My coaches.
Your coaches?
Yeah, because it was getting to a point, mate, where I was like, if I was fighting at like 68 kilos and I was sitting at 70,
you're not really doing much. But
like my weight cuts, I was getting down to like 67 and a half. So it's like you know what I mean, like 67. I'm getting lower than what I should be, and my body was just naturally doing it. So my coach was like, "Look, we'll get you fighting at 66."
So you might as well just jump down there.
Exactly, mate.
So what kind of like food that are you eating during fight camp? Are you quite strict with your nutrition?
I want to say yes, I do, but I have a cheat day.
Do you?
Like a few times a day.
I have a cheat week.
No, during my fight week, no, I don't. I eat proper, but like throughout my fight camp, I like that. I want. Today's got to be watching this. He'll be fizzing at me like.
Yeah, well.
But I do. I like to eat. I like to eat some amount of shite sometimes, but I don't eat a lot of it. I'll maybe like once, maybe twice, but. During my fight week, I will normally just either have chicken, rice, salmon.
The same old, innit? Like.
But I love salmon. Like
salmon. I'm not really a big fish guy, man.
I've not seen that. I say that. I've not had salmon in a while.
Salmon? You're going to go home and have salmon. So, mentally, how do you deal with your...
I watch Mike Tyson videos.
Do you?
Or anytime.
What about David Goggins? You watch?
I watch David Goggins, but Mike Tyson, there's a video that my sister sent me when I was went to fight... Actually, I'll tell you a story. It was my fight against James Fraser, my second fight. My sister sent me a video and it was Mike Tyson, and it was just it got me in the zone. Like, and ever since that, the twice I've not watched it, I've lost.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So, but it's like it just gets me mentally ready for anything. You know what I mean?
What video was it?
I can't remember, but it was like a pure like. I'll need to show you after, like, but I was like, I'll need to find it. I can't remember what it was, but mate, honestly, it gets you a different type of motivation.
Yeah, because last episode with Jamie, we were talking about his favourite quotes, right? And I thought it would be funny, right? Because I think I'm a funny guy sometimes. And we were talking about his favourite quote, and I just was silent in here for about 3 seconds, and I just put my head to and started, and I just said I couldn't imitate it, and Jamie just looked at me and was like, but one of the quotes which is my favourite, which I was learning, was like when I went back home, was like, I should have said that. I don't know why I didn't say that. It's David Goggins, and it's, I don't know what interview it's from, but it's a clip and it just stuck in my head, right? And it's, we all have the ability to come from nothing to something. Because that just stuck in, like, because they all have the ability to come from nothing.
It's a mindset, but you know what I mean? You can either go from staying to nothing or becoming something, like you say, you know what I mean? But it's all in the mindset.
Yeah. What kind of training regime do you follow consistently to improve your skills?
So I train Monday to Friday and sometimes Saturday.
Monday to Friday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So Mondays I've got run in the morning,
Mhm.
and then I go to my the gym primate and just in Livingston up the road for me, 11:30 till 12:30, and then I'll go to the gym after that, and then I've got training 7 till 8 on Monday night.
Mhm.
Tuesday I've got the gym. Sorry, no, I've not. I've got training with Bespoke Academy, the man. Got training with him. He fucking pushes me a different level.
Yeah, I seen a video on your Instagram of you with your jelly legs.
Oh mate, like he thought that was funny. I was crying. I couldn't drive him. And so honestly, so I've got him during the day, and then I've got sparring 7 till 8, and then Wednesdays I've got primate again, run in the morning, primate. I don't go to the gym because I've done my bespoke, my strength and conditioning on the Tuesday, so then I do train 6 till 8, boxing and Muay Thai.
So, well, how long do you usually run for? Well, not how long. How many?
5 to 10k.
Yeah. How consistent are you doing that?
About every day.
Every day.
Every second day. If it's 5k, I'll do every day. If it's a 10k, I'll take a day in between.
Do you enjoy running?
I used to love running.
Did you? I fucking
mate, see when I say I could run from, I used to like, see I had the Strava app for running that.
Yeah.
I used to have that, right? And it was when it first came out, the older version, mate. See if I could have that account now. You'd see my runs. They were like 30 miles, 28 miles, and stuff like that, mate. I could run for Scotland, mate. That's honestly, and then it got to a point where I hated running. Yeah. I hate running now.
I think see when you take yourself away from it, for like say you miss you've no ran in like 4 months, and then you start again. It's like you've just set back right to.
See, that's why I quite like swimming now. Eh?
I like swimming. Well.
I think swimming is brilliant because you see loads of people swimming, and you're thinking, how can they do like 40 laps and I'm stuck on 2?
And it's almost like the old woman as well. You see?
Oh mate, they've got stamina for days. Put them in the ring.
Defo, by the way.
Honestly,
that's something if you want to see that, I'm pretty sure me and Flyn can set up. Doing the bingo swing.
Yeah, honestly, man.
So when we done an interview. When we came up to Fighters Hive, because we done a class, a 2-minute interview, it was perfect. The audio cut out.
I'm sort of glad it did cut out because some of the stuff I said in it was
it was some of the blur. It was just the blur of the.
Honestly, I was just pure no there.
But we spoke about how Stefan was fighting on MTV in the 2nd of December. Yeah. You were also headlining it, and how it made you feel, because that was obviously a great feeling. Yeah. Obviously. Stefan taking away the WBC, and then you taking away the W. It was a
funny story about that. So I was training in the back, getting ready for my fight, and then Stefan walked out, and I was like, right, we'll do 2 more rounds, and we'll go and watch Steph. And we done a round. They were like, right, Mum, we'll go watch Steph. So we went out watching Steph. I was shouting. Felt like I was got to pass out. Like, yeah,
I remember seeing you.
My boys went and got me a seat and to sit down on. So I sat down. And then as it got to like the 5th round, I stood back up again. I couldn't shout anymore because I genuinely was like I was going to fucking pass out.
That was a very good fight, but wasn't it?
Oh,
it was
mate, sensational. Stefan, we've all said that Stefan looked absolutely amazing. There's obviously some things that could have been better, which my coach does say as well, but I thought Stefan was absolutely brilliant. One of his best performances I've ever seen.
It was a great fight.
And it's got to be the same when he fights.
He's fighting William Harris. That will be a great fight as well. What's that for, an ISK Scottish title, isn't it?
I don't know if it's the British or Scottish.
Pretty sure it's Scottish.
Might be, I'm not sure.
I've seen it. And that's on MTV as well. Can't wait for that one.
That'll be a good one.
I love going and watch side boxing shows, man.
Oh, they're brilliant.
So, what is your favourite show in Scotland to fight on? We'll start with fight on and to go as a fan and watch. Because I've seen you at POS as well.
Yeah.
And you were just watching. I think that was actually a week before your fight, wasn't it?
It was.
What's your favourite show to fight at? What do you feel like's got the best?
I don't know if you'll know it. Rebellion.
No.
I don't think you will.
No.
So Rebellion was me and my coach Cam and Sadays went to watch the Rebellion shows where we seen Alex McGregor versus Owen. Can't say his second name. But and I was saying to Ash, my coach, I was just like, I want to fight on here. And then lo and behold, after my first fight, I got matched against James Fraser. And that was like one of my favourite places to fight ever. And like I fought Herman Akut on that as well for my 3rd fight, or fourth fight, sorry. And for my 4th fight I fought him on there, and it was just, Rebellion was brilliant. But right now I'd say Power of Scotland.
To watch?
Oh yes, I love Power of Scotland.
I love Power of Scotland. See me, I'm MTV, man. I love going there. Do you know why I like MTV? I'll tell you, right? see the Onyx. I just love the way it's set out. See POS. I like going to watch POS as well. I'm not going to get myself wrong, but I like MTB because of the way the tables and all that are set.
I get you. Yeah.
So it kind of feels better when you go to POS and you're sitting on. I actually almost fell on one of the seats because I sat down and the thing like folded down. But I like watching MTV. Bye man.
I enjoy MTV, but it's just the wee bams, mate. If I'm being honest with you.
Mate, there's been quite a lot of issues and
it's like it ruins the fight. I think.
Yeah.
That's no like it's meant to be chill. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can get rowdy, you can fucking shout and scream for your pal, but when you start throwing barriers at old women, that's when you can't get
people take it too far, man. You always find that as well. I think that's one valuable lesson I've learned. Like, going to a Muay Thai event, you don't want to start a fight with anybody there.
Oh, mate, that is probably the worst thing to possibly do in your life.
99.9% of them are either watching their mate who or either in their gym or their relative is a fighter. Like, that's probably the worst thing to start. They're doing. Yeah, 100%. So you are fighting 23rd.
Yes, 23rd of March
in Newcastle. Tell us a little bit about your fight that's coming up. What's on the line?
So what's on the line is the ISK British title. So I'm heavy looking forward to that.
What show is that?
I think it's like Max Fight or something like that. I think it's Max Fight. I've been trying to find it, but I cannot find it anywhere.
So for a British title, last time we spoke as well, what was the thing you said? I want a title shot. That's everybody's getting title shots. I want one.
Cause it's been a long time coming, mate. You know what I mean? And obviously, there's been times where I've not been ready for it, and there's been times I just can't get it, and now I've got it. You know what I mean? And it's against some opponent like as well. And
who is it against?
His name's Lies Moranko or something like that. Moranko. No, I can't really say second.
Have you done your research on him yet?
I prefer just
leave it.
Let it play out, man. You know what I mean? Just let it play out. But if he's a really good fighter from what I've seen recently.
So looking forward to that one as well. And then obviously Stefan and William are fighting
27th, I'm sure.
27th, is it?
No.
I knew it was like kind of end of March.
I think so. Yeah.
Obviously we're in Thailand as well. Is there any plans to go back?
Me and Steph want to go back.
I seen them put on your. I don't know if it was your him put on his story.
It was both of us. We both
running in -6 weather.
That was me. Oh mate, it was dreadful. I was actually slipping all over the place. So, but me and Steph really want to go back. Because Thailand's it's a different culture out there, man. It's so peaceful. You forget everything over here, and it's a brilliant. People are so lovely over there. It's brilliant, man. It's not like here.
Yeah, Jamie was talking about it, obviously because he was there for a month as well. It's just a different thing. It almost feels like a different sport over there.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like it kind of almost. Obviously, it's not, but they take it very, very serious.
Yeah, it's like they're fighting for like 4-year-old. Like as soon as they can walk, they'll be in the ring. You know what I mean? Like, I was cornering one of the wee boys. I think it was like 7 or 8.
And they go full, mate. They go full.
Oh, mate, the boy just started slinging elbows at this other boy, and I was like, oh my god, this is scary.
Imagine like watching your weighing grow up to 6 and then go, right, wee man, you're ready.
Not even 6. As soon as he's like, let's go
out of the womb, right?
in the ring.
So, last time I keep saying the last time we spoke, but
that is better.
It is the last time we spoke. So you were talked about a fight with, or you wanted a fight with James McKenzie. What's your thoughts? So you're still?
I'd still want to fight. I'd still want to fight James. The only reason I do want to fight James was because he wanted to fight me
when you were just 10 minutes.
And so, but like obviously there's no hard feelings against James. Like I ken he's a good fighter, but I just want to fight him now. So hopefully when I get this British title, we'll turn around and be like, right, let's have it one.
Hopefully that won't happen. Has he not got the WBC as well?
I'm sure he does.
He took it off OJ Kama.
Yeah.
Can't remember the boy's name, man.
Oh, it's
really good as well. I was actually at the fight as well.
I can't his name, but I cannot remember the life of me.
Sorry, whoever that is. But what about Lee Mackay? We spoke about that as well.
Well,
still waiting to. You have said it, so it's just like
it's just a waiting game from here on out. You know what I mean?
That actually just reminds me. We're going to read some of the Instagram comments that I put on my story. I usually do this at the end as well, but you know what? I'm just going to mix it about for a laugh. There was actually quite a few questions. Jamie McCaws put thoughts on Sean Baker's clinch skills.
Fantastic.
Thank you, by the way, I'll take that. Clinching's awful with him, man. I can't even pronounce that. I think that says Jack something, but I can't really spelt weird. And he said, thoughts on Lee Mackay's past opponents. Funny enough, we were just speaking on him.
Aye. So,
What's your thoughts on his past?
who are they? Tell me.
I don't know, mate. I've never seen
There's
them.
your answer for you. Lee.
Well, there you go. Here's another one. Mission Nutrition yourself, Craig Williams. Shout out Craig, by the way. Thanks for your question. I was going to say comment question, same thing. The kick that finished Ryan at MTB, was that drilled in the camp or just spur of the moment?
Drilled.
Drilled? You love
Drilled.
that front kick, but don't you?
Well, it's the reason I love it is because Nathan. Who stopped it?
Maybe.
Apart from Joe Dean.
As we've seen. We've got a question from the ISK World Champion himself, Lee_Mackay1.
Oh God.
And he said,
Here we go.
why he looks like a thumb.
Sorry?
He said, why he looks like a thumb.
Oh God. Why do I look like a thumb? Does that sound like a bit like fight talk? So Lee, is that you wanting a fight?
That sounds like
that,
fight talk.
that sounds like Lee. That sounds like Lee. But then again, he won't fight me, will he? The Scottish sheen isn't good enough for him, eh?
No,
You're a fraud, mate. You are a fraud. Calling me a thumb, but you won't reply to my call outs. You're a fraud, mate. Remember that.
Actually, funny you saying that because Lee's actually supposed to be coming here next episode.
Nah, good. I hope he sees this.
So, I'm guessing they will be watching.
Really?
So I'm guessing what gives us me and Lee something to talk about as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. Because the first thing he'll say, mate, is, "Oh, they can, who even is he? He's named it. He knows who I am. He just called me a thumb. He obviously knows who I am, what I'm about. I've just leathered his pal. Back your pal, mate. Like what kind of man does not back his pal? You know what I mean? Like you're sat saying that I look like a thumb, but I've just knocked out your pal and I'm at 20 seconds. I only need 20 seconds for you.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Shit talking one. So Stefan Gurtwood is asked.
Oh God! I already came. What's got to come here?
Ask him if you like the lady boy in the red dress.
Oh no! He's not done that to me. He's no. I'm tearing up, man. So I'll tell you a story.
You were telling me earlier you got to go back to Thailand.
No. Let me tell you a story, right? So me and Stefan went to the strip in Thailand. But the strip is where the boxing ring is, where the Muay Thai ring is. It's like outside in that, right? So listen, right? So we were got to look for Thai shorts and a new pair of gloves. This ladyboy's there. Or sorry, I thought she was a ladyboy. Stefan like, no, she's like just a normal woman.
You don't know her there, didn't you know?
But I was like, nah, I don't know, like.
Like that.
Oh mate, and she was like, come, I give sucky. And she touched me. I went, get off me, you ladyboy. And then she went, oh my God. And then we came back, went to the bike, put our stuff in and went back down. And then she was getting it all the fucking, I kill you dick. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get killed. And she went on the phone and best believe me, I absolutely shot myself.
Oh, she's phoning her lady boyfriend.
Oh mate, she'd probably phone her pimp or something.
Exactly, mate. Thai skills help you.
I genuinely cannot believe he's mentioned that comment.
So, Alizire.
Ali.
Is that one of your pals? Ali Oza. He has put, how do your friends play a part in your career and life? I'm guessing he is one of your friends.
Yeah, so I didn't kick about with a lot of folk, eh? I like keeping my close pals to myself, you know what I mean? It's just
off to do that.
Exactly, mate. There's no drama involved in it, there's no nothing, it's just me and my pals, and they've got a big part of my life because they spur me on to do better. You know what I mean? They come to all my fights, they support me in every decision I ever make. It could be the wrong decision, and I've made a few of them.
As we all do, mate.
Exactly, but they've always backed me no matter what, and I can't appreciate it enough for it. And Ali especially, he'll voice his opinion very, very well.
Shout out Ali, by the way.
Exactly.
What a guy. So me and Jamie actually briefly spoke about this as well. It was clips, what am I fucking talking about? We spoke about like when I took myself away from all the people that I was hanging around with, bad influences, when I started doing better, because like you move your location of like when you're younger, the people who you're hanging about with, who you go out every weekend with, who are encouraging you to do bad things, who are encouraging you to take drugs, drink, go away if you're doing the thing that you love, they aren't your friends, you know what I mean? So it's hard to find a group of friends who genuinely want the best for you, because people want what's good for you, but they don't know what is it. People want they see you do better, but they don't want to see you doing better than them.
100%, mate. You always look to your pals, or so-called pals, and it's the ones that are always like, "Oh, are you coming out tonight?" You be like, "Nah, I'm training tomorrow." Then be like, "Ah, no worries." And then you've got the ones that, "No, just come. It's only a night. It's only a day, mon." And then a day leads to 2 days, 3 days.
2 days, aye,
And then it turns out you're not going training at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a bad habit again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then people always call you boring as well.
Oh, mate, Danny, man.
I don't care. Like, if you're calling me boring, but you're wasting your life in a nightclub, and you're boring.
You think that's a good time? Which running a bit with, like, I'll admit, mate, like, I love, like, when I was 18, like, I love going clubs. I love doing all that shit. I love being around women. I love being around everything, mate. Honestly, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But see now, mate, I'd rather be at peace with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just chill with my pals. I'd rather go training. I'd rather do all that stuff than fucking kick about in a sweaty club.
That's it.
You know
Full
what I
of
mean?
people who are full of drugs, who are all just wanting to fight me.
And mate, it's horrible.
We are going to take a little look
Mhm.
at Flyn Shanks versus Wilson Pippas.
Oh yes.
And we're going to just have a wee talk through. Obviously, we can really talk about it because I was there.
Exactly.
But we
They'll
didn't.
hear you shouting because you're right
Yeah.
next to the camera, too.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me shouting. Obviously, we done an interview, but somebody didn't release it. They're lost because look at us now.
Nah,
Full
exactly.
hour. So this boy you fought as well. I don't know who he is, but
So he's from Tip.
he's good, isn't he?
He
I remember you
was
saying that.
I think he was 7-2 or 8-2.
Huh?
Wilson, I love Wilson. Wilson is. I messaged Wilson this day asking how he's getting on. He messaged me too. You know what I mean? Like, I think Wilson is a brilliant person. He's a minted fighter too.
Yeah. And John Pop was in his corner as
John
well,
Pop,
wasn't he?
yeah. That's from John Pop. That's another one of John Pop boys I'm fighting.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's Wilson's pal, I think.
Think he's going to try and get some revenge for his pal?
Well, that's the thing, mate. So Saday's fought that bad.
Uh-huh.
And obviously that was like it was a minted fight, that in victory.
Mhm.
And bad Saday's was the only one bad couldn't finish.
Oh, was it?
And so but bad did win, so what's that? That's 1-1 from Fighters Hive and Tip, and now I think it'll be like a try to make it a run it back sort of thing.
That ginger lassie Sammy, do you remember at the
She
start
got spewed on.
she got whited on?
Oh mate, I felt so bad for her.
I asked her, I was like, can I go clean that up? And they're like, fucking behave yourself, get in. I was like, I just remember turning the corner and Whitey was oiling, and I was like,
No.
Obviously we've got Stefan as always there as well.
Mhm.
What's the other coach's name in the black hair?
That's Ash.
Ash.
So that's my main coach.
That's your main coach, Ash. And then there's always the other guy who's got he's always rocking the 95s.
Big Cammy.
Big Cammy.
Big Cammy.
So what's it like having a strong team like that around you as well? That's got to
It's
put an
brilliant, man.
impact.
It's brilliant. So Cammy always whispers in my ear as I'm walking out, and I cannot thank him enough for this. He'll always go, "You're too fast, you're too strong, you're too fast, you're too strong," and it keeps going over in my head as I'm walking out. "You're too fast, you're too strong," and it goes over and over and over again.
I love that.
And then it just makes me feel, as soon as I step in the ring, I feel invincible. You know what I mean? Like no one can touch me.
Because it's just playing around. That's
Exactly.
that's class, man. I love that.
And Cammy's one of my biggest motivators in the gym as well. He always push me to go be better, do harder, hit harder. You know what I mean? Always try and push myself.
So what was your thoughts there when you're stunning?
So my coach is saying to me, like, from what I can remember, is just get involved. As soon as from the start, get involved. Which you'll see, I didn't get to start. Sorry, I didn't get involved right at the start.
Yeah.
But you'll see what he does that got to me a wee bit, and then I was like, "Ken, Matt, I'm going to batter you now."
This was pro-am as well, wasn't it?
This was pro-am, yeah.
You're absolutely ripped there. Well, I'm going to tell you a story, right? So, obviously, I've got a photo wall, right? And me and your photos on it, right? See the amount of lassies that come into my house, right? And they go, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, fuck off. That's Flyn, mate.
See if you want to see a good one, go to the Power of Scotland one, mate. I was hench as fuck for that. Like, I was massive. And actually, that was against Adam Keys. I actually felt really bad for him because I absolutely battered him. But
You absolutely battered everybody, didn't you? Like,
no, but Adam was a good fighter. So this put me off a wee bit because I'm sat watching it, right, and he's dancing, and I'm like, okay, but this is just the thing he does. I noticed it in his previous fights as well, that he does it a lot. So it's just his own thing. But at the time in the ring, I'm sat there thinking like, oh my god, like he's
just really calm, and
he's like calm, he's confident, you know what I mean? And I'm just standing there pacing back and forth like a raging bull.
Aye. Well, Love to Fight so I think they're doing another show in June. Would you like to get back on Love to Fight?
I would, but it's for the right opponent. Me and my coach have spoke about that already. You know what I mean? Like I do want to be fighting boys up and coming.
Yeah, you want to fight who's already
Exactly, because I've made it to this point in my fighting career. You know what I mean? There's no point in taking a step back. I'd never take a step back. We at Fighters Hive, we do not take easy fights, and that is 100% what I stand by. I just make them look easy.
Yeah. Love it, man. But you see, if you think about it, you haven't fought anybody who I would say I don't know.
Yeah.
Like everybody you fought, I know. You know what I mean? Like you haven't fought anybody who is a nobody who nobody knows.
Yeah. Like that James Fraser from my second fight. He's now like, I don't know what he is, 8-2, but he's 6 knockouts in his last fight or something like that. I was absolutely shitting myself for that fight.
You've fought top of the range boys. Obviously, you fought Ryan McMahon as well. Ryan is a good fighter.
I didn't ken he had like 48 fights though.
Yeah, he's had a lot of
fights.
That's
I didn't ken that, but obviously like amateur.
Aye.
So look, you'll notice here, right, is see when he's talking to me and I'm not saying
what
anything.
was he saying?
I don't know, but like, I was just nodding my head. I was not, I could not hear a single word the ref or him was saying.
Touching gloves, I love the respect as always.
So I was one
with the teeth. You love a good teeth.
So I wanted to start off slow, but then he hit me with that, and I was like, "Oh, Ken, what?"
That's it. Time. Boom! That same kick we've seen.
See that first one? That cut his eye open, eh?
Yeah, I remember seeing mine when he came back up because obviously I was doing interviews at the time. Mind he came back up and his eye was on, and it mine because he couldn't see.
Yeah, it was shut.
Boom! Leg kick. Love it. Oh. Do you think when you fight again in March, do you think that boy will be watching out for you?
Oh, 100%, mate. But don't worry, because I've got some new things.
some new moves unlocked.
So I heard my coach shouting, "Use your hands," and this is where I just started using my hands and my knees.
Yeah. Oh, almost at the ring. That was a good venue as well. The Jubilee Club was. Okay. It
was actually quite decent, like.
Yeah, like because I didn't know anybody on the show, and we had sparred before, and that's how I knew. Like you were there. I came up to you and had headphones in.
So I didn't get very good. I posted that on TikTok, and quite a few people didn't like me for doing that.
Aye.
Because they said that I could make them disabled.
Why is he fighting then?
Exactly. That's one thing folks seem to fail to understand is like the fight. Like, do you agree to do this? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you see that. Mind that boy who got hit in the back of the head in boxing. Yeah. And like he became like a cripple.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, that's what they were saying. Like, yeah.
See Robin Downer. I don't know if you know Robin. He's obviously Dale and Robin both did damage. But me and Bobby were watching a video for his fight. One of the fights. I can't remember who it is he fought. And he got booted right in the neck when he was on the flare, and he just like was like, "Oh no, it's sound."
Was that on video?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that.
And this is him when he did not look like he wanted to fight here. By the way, I feel like he just kinda gave up. But obviously, I don't know how hard you hit, but I can imagine if this boy is.
He's came what I think it is. Wilson was a really really strong fighter. Very, very strong, and his ability to keep going. But it was just see when you start landing a same shot over and over to the skull,
and then it got cold there. Exactly. Like he just turned his back, and I think John Pop was raging at him.
It was because you obviously when you're a coach, you train your fighters to withstand a lot of things. But when you've got a cut that big on your eye, did you see his nose?
It was
like, you know what I mean. Really like see when you're landing a shot after shot on that same cut. He's got to get worse and worse and worse until it's physically unbearable. Exactly, mate.
So the next one we're going to react to is your most recent one, 2nd of December, was Ryan McMillan.
Yeah, Ryan McMillan.
That was the same one, obviously, Stefan had fought on. There was I liked that show, obviously, my boy Dylan Ferguson. Shout out Dylan. He fought a boy from, I can't remember his name, something called Patrick, from D Unit.
Was that the one that the elbow got thrown?
No, his was B class.
Aye, but one of them threw an elbow and then they were like, "That's the reason your boy won the fight" or something like that. Or was that a different fight? I'm thinking.
It wasn't that. Dylan just stopped him. Dylan's a very good fighter as well. He's actually undefeated.
Is he? B class.
Yeah. He's
wait, does he fight it?
64. I'm sure.
60. And I'm thinking the same Dylan, big, massive, like hench.
Quite small. Dylan Ferguson.
Dylan Ferguson.
I'll show you a photo after. but we're going to take a look at, which is also a great fight. Not a very long one, but it's a good fight.
I think this will be my fastest knockout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I like. Actually, I love just going and watching Thai boxing shows.
I hate that photo.
You look stoned.
Mate, I genuinely look stoned at my banger.
I love the wee corner cams, man. Shout out Richie.
Right, Richie, I love Richie. Richie
man,
is brilliant, man.
He would be a shout by the way to come on the podcast. So Richie, if you're watching this, I want you sitting there. He fought Andrew Tate as well.
Aye.
So you can't really hear the sound, but everybody was cheering for Ryan. You had your supporters there as always, but that was. I remember when
when I came out, they were booing me.
I know.
Obviously, I was just like, I didn't know what to get to me. Like,
you came around and done that.
Aye.
I remember.
Like, you can see them all, man. Fucking stand up in
your boy Lee in the corner,
there
your best mate.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Let's get it reared. Round 1. So
saying that as you got other rounds.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure most people who are watching this have seen it. Straight away with that teep as well.
Long guard. Used the wrong hand.
Forgot, pressed X by accident.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
So what were you thinking here? See when Ryan flung his first punch at you, what was your thoughts there? Were you like, oh, this is going to be a fight? Or did you know when they hit you, you were like, you fucked, mate? Kind of thing?
Yeah. You'll see here, elbow. Everyone thought he hit me with that.
No,
no. He didn't touch me with it.
Because obviously that's your...
He was nervous. I could tell he was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Because see the way he was through, like watch, you'll see here.
Aye.
See what I mean? Why are you not throwing?
Mm-hmm.
Throw something. You've just threw my leg away. Throw something.
And obviously Lee's right at the corner there, and he's obviously seen your fight with him, so he does know who you are. So you can't really call you a nobody and say you fought nobody because him and Ryan are quite close. Sure. But yeah.
So what I tend to do is I quite like stepping back to make them think they have the goal advantage. Or he's moving back. He's scared. Which you'll see here. But like that, I catch him with a beautiful. That cuts him there. That elbow,
Nice, man.
And look, I step back. He comes in.
Loaded up. Boom. Was he out? Was he out? Because you have a better view. You don't know?
Couldn't tell you. He wasn't moving though,
No.
Like I just seen his head just going up, back and forth like that,
And then obviously you were right over as usual.
Right. Disappointed face by Lee.
Disappointed face. Well, if you wanted to do something, I'm pretty sure fight's on. That's a fight I'd love to see, man.
It would be. It would be a really good fight because it'd be good for everyone to watch. You know what I mean? Because Lee finally fighting a boy from Scotland.
The time has come.
Exactly, mate.
Who can you name me? Who has Lee fought? Obviously, I'm quite new into Thai boxing, so I'm like a year.
If you think I know that, you're asking the wrong person.
No, you really not know.
Mate, no, these boys that he's fought, right? They look good because they've got titles. Just because you've got a title does not mean you're a class fighter. It does not mean like that. Just because you got a title, you might have fought the boy on a bad day. You might have the boy might have just been shit and won a title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The boys he has fought. I do not think should have held those titles. No chance. Because is it not just a bit odd when you're starting to see Lee finish a boy in the first round, every fight, and you're just thinking like, oh, maybe it's time for him to fight somebody who's relatively good or known.
I think that's what everybody wants to see. Like, let's be fair, I'm a Muay Thai fan, like myself. Obviously, I'm not a fighter. Maybe soon though.
Yeah.
But I think that's what everybody wants to see. Everybody's saying, everybody's watching. Like, everybody wants to see Lee against somebody.
Because if it was me, right, as in like I'm not the only person saying that.
No,
like you know what I mean. Like I'm not sitting here, but Lee's fought nobody. Nobody knows who he's fought.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. You bring somebody else in here and tell me, to get them to tell me who Lee has fought, and they'll take it. No, they won't.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, because that is what everybody wants to see, but like everybody wants to see like Lee headline a show. Exactly. Honestly, you versus Lee is a fight and a half. Like,
exactly.
Everybody, there's not one person I don't think I could go and go, oh, Flyn and Lee, and I don't think one person would go, what?
No,
like, that's a shite fight. Everybody would go, that is the fight, because that is the fight. Even when James McKenzie also called him out.
See what I mean? There's another way called him it. And what's he said to that? The Scottish scene is no.
I don't even think he said it.
Oh well, there you go. He's not said
I've not seen
anything.
it, but James McKenzie called him on Leapfrog as well. But he's obviously initiated some sort of fight talk after.
Well, he's called me a thumb, so if that's anything, it's fight talk, like.
Well, there is one thing they say. I can't say it. You can't back it up.
Exactly. Didn't I say it?
Have you lost any friends due to training? So we kind of briefly talked about it, but have you ever? Obviously, you started properly. First fight at 17. Have you lost any? Obviously, I mean, you probably have lost some friends around you. What is that like?
So, for me personally, mate, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you do what I be in my life on yourself, ken what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit here and beg for you to stay. You're not doing anything for me, ken what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, please, you give me everything in life. No, you didn't, mate. I made my way here. Ken what I mean? And I only need a few of my pals to stick by me, and that's all I need.
I spoke about that as well. That I would rather have 3 guys around me than have 1,000 people around me who don't give a fuck about what I do.
See what I was
yes, man.
Mind when we were talking about on our interview, and about the people jumping on the wee train, the wee bandwagon, being I know Flyn, this, that, and next, and it's just like, you ken what I mean? Like I'll happily sit and be like, all right, mate, how's it gone? But I'll never take you into my friendship group and be like, because I don't know you. I've spoke to you a few times, but we're no pals like that.
Imposters, mate. That's what it is. Imposters.
Exactly.
Like, I've got people who, like, obviously most people don't actually know anything about me, right? Well, unless you know me, right? Like most people just think I've just appeared for the scene. Like I've been through some mad shit, mate. Like, I probably couldn't even put it. There's not even an hour podcast to put that anymore, right? But I've been through some shit, right? And Thai boxing changed my life completely. Meeting Bobby Quinn, Jamie, John, Joseph, Grant, all the boys at base changed my life and made me into the man who I am today. Made me sit in this chair, made me sit here with you to have a talk. And I never had much people in my life. And see now when you start doing success, they people start coming back. And you're just like, it's kind of like you're above it, because you're like, I've been through all the dark days and I had nobody, and now I'm at the brightest, and now you want to start coming and being like,
what's happening, mate?
I get it all the time on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, hi, how are you? And all that. Like, fuck off.
Long
mate.
time
like,
no speak. Like, who are you again? Sorry, mate.
You're still going up the woods and getting mad at the big age of 20. Like, come on, mate. Guys, get a grip.
It's an embarrassment, mate. Honestly,
I want to make something in my life, and just like you, mate, we all want to make something of our life. We don't want to sit and waste our life away.
That's the thing nowadays, but it's such a big thing to be comfortable.
Yeah,
it's such a big thing nowadays to sit there and be like, I'll do it tomorrow. Somebody else can do that for me, and it's such a big thing for people to be told to shut up, because it's no the nice thing to say, or it's no the right thing to say. No, it's you should be able to say what you want, because of the fact that if somebody's doing something wrong and they're hiding it by saying, oh, but such and such told me to do it, or I've got this, I'm allowed to do that, or this has happened in my life, I'm allowed to do that. It's an excuse, mate. If you want to be as a good person, as people talk about being a good person, you own up to your mistakes, own up to what you've done in your life. You know what I mean? And
that's that, mate. 100% agree.
Own it. Even if it's the worst thing you could possibly do, be like, I'd done that. At the time, I had no regrets of doing it, but now you might regret it so much.
That's literally the way I am, mate. Like, I've done so much bad stuff in the past, you know what I mean? And I hold my hands up and I'm like, yeah, I've done all that shit, but look where I am now, exactly, look where I am today. Look
what you've become, what man you've become now, exactly. What I mean?
It's not about what you've done in the past, it's about what you've done now. What are you doing right now?
Exactly. What if you were still doing that shit right now, you know what I mean? Would you fuck be here?
No, 100%, mate. You wouldn't, and it's cause it's your surroundings as well, mate. Like the people who you're surrounded with, right? I seen a thing on TikTok, and it was this Australian guy talking about a bottle of water, and it was a bottle of water in a supermarket, 60 pence. Go to a hotel, it's 150. You go on a plane, it's 250. It's just water, but it's the location. So if you want to see a change your location and see what happens. And that's exactly what I done. I moved from Dumbarton to Renfrew, and I seen the change like that. See, because you're surrounded by yes men. Fuck yes men.
Exactly, 100%, mate.
Jack Ritchie and all, and his twin, they always talk about that. I love him, man. Let's talk about that. Actually, you do some what is it with the cups? What's it?
Sport therapy.
Sports therapy. Shout out Jack and Kyle, by the way, both great guys. They've actually got a podcast with Nico coming out as well.
I've seen that, brilliant.
I can't wait for that, man. I love them. Yeah, I love the way they talk as well. They're from a place called Cardross, which is like I used to stay in Cardross as well, but they're switched on as well.
Oh, 100%, mate, and that's like the type of folk you need in your life. That's why those two are so good together.
Yeah.
Ken what I mean? Because they just bounce off each other.
Yeah,
Ken what I mean? They didn't do any of this stupid shit, and if one of them did, one of them would get them tell.
that's it. Like,
Ken what I mean?
if you're doing something wrong, you want somebody to tell you, look. If you're acting like a fanny, you want somebody to be like, look, stop acting like a fucking daphne. Start doing this. That's what Jamie does with me on Bobby, John Joseph, Grant, all my coaches. Like, if I start, like, if they can see me going downhill a wee bit, they're like, boom, out, what you doing, this, that, get your shit back together. They don't tell me, oh, you're alright, just don't come to training and that. It's fucking get your arse back in. You remind me every day who you are.
Exactly, and that's what you need. It's the ones, see the ones that turn around and be like, oh, take a day.
Take a day
do
off.
this, or
do you really need to go to that PT session? Do you really need to do
mate,
that?
I hate folk like that, Ken. I hate people be like, oh, can you know just take, like, especially Bird State, or can you know just take a day off training for me?
Aye. Like, you know, take a day off getting dicked.
Honestly, mate, that's it, mate. Honestly, it's just like, relax yourself.
It makes people, because they've never been through it. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like.
People be like, oh, I don't know how you've got that type of mindset. It's such a boring mindset.
Boring mindset, exactly.
It's no boring, mate. I'm trying to work myself and become a better man. Ken what I mean? I'm trying to do better for myself and be at peace with myself. I don't need some bird trying to tell me all this and all that. Ken what I mean?
I would rather that. I would rather have this life, because I want to get Nico. This is always thing that sport kept in my head as well. But Nico, I love Nico, man. Such a big fan of him. And he spoke about on a podcast with Hawaii Five-0, and it was like, he wants to see all the people who are at partying and all that. Now we kind of briefly spoke about. They're all going to go to the age of 30 and be like, oh fuck, I've partied my whole life. What am I going to do now?
Exactly, man.
They'll probably get 4 weddings to different women. They're like, oh fuck, I've partied my whole life. What am I going to do? I've got the same job. I've been working for 10 years. I'm stuck. And
or they won't get like that and they'll just be like, oh, I'm happy with my life.
Yeah. I want to get to the age of 30 and be like, look, I'm in the prime times of my life right now. And then sitting on the beach. I also spoke about with Steve Irvin as well. Shout out Stevie if he's watching this. I've been in some PT sessions with Stevie.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal guy, man. Nicest guy ever. So skillful and technical. I
sparred Stevie a while back with Jamie Gellies, and I can't remember where we trained at, but I went, the technical ability of him. I was just like, oh my god, you're too good.
Yeah, he is amazing. He was teaching me this kind of gliding kick on Wednesday. Obviously, I'm not a fucking pure. I'm definitely not the level Stevie's at. But like just the wee stuff that he does, like even when I'm watching him spar, like he was sparring with John because John had a PT session with him, and he's just so good. Like it's just his distance as well. Like it's just wee subtle things, like his jab, his kick.
Just be training so much, so you know. I mean, it's consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
That too.
Consistency is key. That is it, mate. But man, it's just unreal, man. But I love Jack Ritchie as well. There's just the both of them as well. I seen the wee teaser clip for the Nico fight. That's the Nico fight there.
I think Jack's brilliant, man.
He's funny as fuck, mate. They're so funny, man. Both of them as well. They actually so look like each other. Like, we've got twins, John and Joseph, obviously. They kind of look like each other, but they two look like.
I see when his brother followed me and mailed me. I was like, is this just Jack?
But hang on, one of them's got like tattoos and that. So, do you have any fight rituals or superstitions? So like, see, before your fight, is there a same thing that you do every single time? Obviously, you spoke about the Mike Tyson thing. Is there anything other that you do, like kind of rituals? I don't even really know what that actually means, and I wrote the question, so
no, really.
Kind of getting like the mindset, obviously. Just
mindset, mate. Just try to get in the zone.
That Mike Tyson. Maybe obviously Nico obviously spoke about he watches Braveheart before every fight. That's mad, man. I've never even seen Braveheart.
Have you no?
No.
You need to watch it.
Scottish guy about, man. So, in your opinion, apart from yourself, because I know you'll say yourself, who is the best pound for pound Scottish Muay Thai fighter? Any weight.
We're not talking about Nico Carrillo though, are we?
No, it's just, we'll talk like local. So people who you would see on MTV, POS, Siam Wars, anybody who you've seen, like, who isn't fighting fucking one championship level, if you know what I mean.
Let me think. Oh, it's a hard one, like.
That's a very hard question, yeah.
Anybody at all?
Anybody, pound for pound, in your opinion. I'm saying your opinion, just in case anybody's watching this and they're like, oh, shut up. I said anything in your opinion.
Let me see. It's a hard one. I've never really
It's a
thought of
hard
that
one.
question, to be fair, actually. Pound for pound.
So best with like their knockout abilities, technically. It's kind of what my pound for pound means now.
Probably the boy Saday's fought.
What's his
Bad.
name? Bad.
Biad, I don't know his second name, I don't know if his actual name either. I just see Biad Kia Fontip on his Instagram. But I think he is one of the top fighters there is in the UK scene right now.
Oh, really?
110%, mate.
Well, I definitely need to check him out, man. What's your advice to the people? The people who have maybe they've lost. They just keep consistently. Well done, got it there. Consistently keep losing. In their head, they're like, "Fuck, is this for me?" What's your advice to them?
Keep going.
Just keep going.
Danny stop, because if you think to yourself like, this isn't for me anymore, like, what was the point in starting?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I had junior fights. I had like 3 junior fights and lost them all.
Did you?
But I didn't think I was going to be a fighter.
What's it like fighting as a junior? Is it hard?
Shocking.
Is it?
I hate it with a
I felt that
passion,
shocking.
mate. It is disgusting. I hate the body armour. I hate the shin pads. It is absolutely humming to do.
Aye.
I can mind I was absolutely leathering this boy, destroying him, and I just was like, Ken, I could feel the weight of the big hang on top of me, and I was just like, start puffing at my arse, man. And I was like, Ken, man, this is fucking pish.
Aye. So let me take a minute or 30 seconds, don't really know, to talk about a second sponsor of this podcast. Obviously, the first sponsor is Damage. He's already know that if you've tuned in.
Damage, if you want to sponsor me, let me know.
Aye, there you go, Damage deal. You heard it here first. If you want to sponsor the big man Flyn,
I'm open.
he's agent.
Aye.
So, Mission Nutrition is also goes by the name of Craig William. Eliminate uncertainty from your fight career. These are some of the services that Mission Nutrition offers. He offers fight camp nutrition, fight camp strength and conditioning, out of camp nutrition, out of camp strength and conditioning. They offer online coaching and personalised one-on-one strength and conditioning sessions. And he is located in the JD gym in Renfrew. Get £40 off. 40 quid, mate. Do you hear this? Get £40 off on a one-on-one package by quoting OnTheRopes via Instagram. His Instagram will be on the screen. But I have been training with Craig twice a week. Usually on a Thursday and usually on a Tuesday. Absolutely insane. The guy he knows exactly what he's talking about. I can literally sit here and say it because I've been through it. The stuff he talks about, he really, really knows his nutrition. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Knows the amount of calories, protein you should be intaking a day. He's just and he's all round nice guy as well. So go and check Mission Nutrition out. Honestly, you can hear it from me. You will not regret it. And if you regret it, you're a liar. What goals do you have for your future as a Muay Thai fighter? Obviously, you're going to have a lot of goals, but
Main goal.
what's your main goal?
1 championship.
1 championship.
And then current goal, title shot. Or
Current goal, title shot.
you get a belt.
What is the... So 1 championship, have you ever trained with 4-ounce gloves?
Nope.
No, but I was speaking to
If I was to go on 4-ounce gloves, mate, I would knock people's heads off.
Yeah,
110%.
This is a question as well, by the way, that I actually forgot about, that I didn't write in my script, but I had it in my head just when I was talking with Steve Irvin there. 1 championship, right? This is a controversial question. I've seen people talk about it on a Muay Thai podcast. I can't remember the name. Do you think 1 championship is ruining traditional Thai boxing? I don't think so, by the way. So if you're sitting there fucking judging me, I heard it, and I don't think it's ruining traditional Thai boxing.
There's a bit, so traditional Thai boxing, you mean in the Thai music,
I mean
the 5
in the
rounds?
Thai music, the 5 3-minute rounds.
The betting.
I mean in the... Nah, well, no, not really the betting, not the gloves, the 10-ounce gloves, the 8-ounce gloves. Do you think it is ruining traditional Thai boxing? I said no, I don't think so. I think if I was to say yes, it would be if every Thai show started introducing 3 rounds, started introducing 4-ounce gloves, but they're not. They're leaving traditional Thai boxing. 1 championship are just making it better. And I think people are scared of change, and they're seeing that Ty is evolving. They're seeing the likes of Nico, Stevie Irvin. I was going to say somebody else. I can't. His name's just flew fucking out my mind. Jonathan Haggerty as well. Can't wait for Nico versus Haggerty, man.
See, that's the thing, but see, so it's like you said, people are scared to change, but like there's no much change.
No,
I think it's more like I think people are more afraid of like the Westerners coming to take over Thai boxing sort of thing.
do you know what I think it is as well? Jealousy. I think it's the people. I think it's the people who haven't got their shout yet, or maybe are past having their shout, and they're like seeing the likes of Nico and that getting their bonuses. Stevie getting their like Stevie's actually fighting in February. He put it up, and I think if he wins this, he's going to get a contract. They're seeing people get all these contracts, and they're jealous a wee bit. Maybe they're not meaning it, but it's showing kind of, and they're like, oh, like fuck, one championship's ruining it. But if they got a phone call for one championship,
100%,
would they be picking up and answering it? Know what I mean? Like,
they'd go right on it, like, but I think like everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know what I mean? And it's just like, even if your opinion's wrong,
yeah, that's one thing that somebody can never take away from you, is your opinion.
Exactly, mate. And it's just like, personally for me, I don't think it's ruining it. I wouldn't say it's making it better. I wouldn't say it's doing any of that shit. I think it's just perfect the way it is. Because you've still got the fight. You've got set in 5 rounds. You've got 3 rounds. You've got fucking 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever round it is. You've got your 4-ounce gloves. You've got 8-ounce gloves. Got your 10-ounce gloves.
That's it. I think it's entertaining as fuck, man.
It's brilliant, mate, and especially coming to Sky as well.
Yeah, that's a big, massive thing as well.
Exactly, mate.
So I want to take this time. It is my dad's birthday tomorrow. I keep saying it's Scottish. Tomorrow. So 20th of January is my father's birthday. So I just want to wish him a happy birthday, and see if he doesn't see this clip. It means he's no fucking watched the podcast.
And we're deleting it, and we're never doing a podcast again.
That's it. If you don't reply, so it's his birthday. So happy birthday, father. And that is us done for the second episode. Flynn, thank you very much for coming on. I've absolutely enjoyed it. It's been an absolute blast.
Thank you for having me.